If there's another presentation you'd like to use some slides from, you can either copy or import them into your presentation. So here's my presentation of 4 slides. There's another one out there that I want to bring over, like let's say slide number 2, and that's on my desktop. So I can either copy it, and this is the way I'm going to copy it by coming up here and clicking on the minimize button, so I can minimize that down to the taskbar so I can see my desktop. This is my current presentation, the one that I just minimized, and here's another one. It's called GOPS. What is GOPS? Double click to open it up. It's the Ghost or Paranormal Society. Say that really fast. In any case, you can see over here I've got a total of 2 slides. So if I want to bring over, well, both of them, you can see the first one selected. It's outlined in orange. Hold down the Shift key and click on slide number 2. Now they're both in orange. That allows me to go ahead and right click on either one of them and copy, which will copy both because I have both selected. Or come up here on the Home tab to the clipboard group, click on the copy button, or you can do Control C, the shortcut keys to copy, but I just want to copy slide 2. When I click off of it, it goes to the end of slide 2 and it shows slide 2 here. Select it. You can see schedule for today, breakfast, president's address, and the rest of the bullet points. Let's go ahead and right click to copy. And then I can leave this open and just come back down here onto the taskbar and click on the corresponding button to the presentation I want to copy it into. You can see when I hover over it, it brings up the thumbnail windows, and I can go back to this one by hovering over it, clicking on it to select it, and I'm back to my presentation. So to paste it, whatever slide you have selected, when you click on the paste button, it's going to paste it right after that. So we can paste it after slide 3, let's say, and come up here and click on the paste button, or right click on the slide and come up here and get the different paste options. But let's keep it simple, at least in my mind here. With slide 3 selected, let's go ahead and click on paste. It adds it. There's slide 4 after slide 3. You can see over here, schedule for today. We've got our list of things to accomplish. And then if you want to be able to customize that after you pasted it, in other words, you can come over here and click on the Smart tag, and you can see you got 3 paste options. You have the default, which is to use the destination theme, which is the current theme in this presentation here, or you can say you want to keep the source formatting, so it updates the formatting, the destination theme, and it uses this for only the slide. And you can see these slides. In any case, go ahead and click on the drop down arrow. The last one is put it in as a picture. So instead of having its own slide, it's a picture that's added to the slide that we had selected. Alright, let's go ahead with it selected. You can see that it is selected because I've got these resizing handles around it. So I can hover over any one of those little tiny boxes, the resizing handles, until I can see arrows pointing in opposite directions to click and drag to resize it. But once it's selected, hit the delete key on the keyboard, and instead of copying over, how about if we go ahead and import? To import, come up here on the Home tab to the Slides group, and the reason why you may want to import it is that you don't have to open up the other presentation. So if I go back to the presentation GOPS and close out, so it's not opened, you can see I just have one button down below for the PowerPoint program. If I come up here to the Home tab to the Slides group, click on New Slide, go all the way to the bottom and say you want to reuse. Come over here, it opens up the task pane, Reuse Slides, and you can click on the Browse drop-down arrow and browse for that file. So that file is on the desktop. You can see it up at the top here in the address bar, and if not, go ahead and come over here and navigate to it, whatever folder it's in. It's on the desktop right here. Double click on GOPS, and it adds the address here in that bar, and then down below it shows you how many slides it has. So when you hover over it, it gives you 2 titles, the title of the presentation, and then that's in bold, and then the one below that, oh, I can't move over it, the one below that is the actual title of the slide. So if we go to slide 2, title of the presentation in bold, and the title of the slide is scheduled for today. So it gives you an idea of what the slide is about, besides a little thumbnail here, which is pretty tiny. In any case, if you want to go ahead and add it, again, you want to come over here and select the slide that you want to add it after. So if it's slide 3 and I click on this one, adds it to slide 4. You can see schedule for today. There it is, schedule for today. And of course, if I don't want that, I made a mistake, I can go ahead and select this, click on it, hit the delete key on the keyboard. We're back to where we started, because the other options that you get is something you can do with the right click. You can insert the slide, insert all the slides, well, the only 2 here, apply the theme to all the slides in my presentation, or apply the theme to the selected slide, which is slide number 4. Select it, and it updates my slide in this presentation to the theme in this presentation that I'm importing or reusing. And then if I don't like that theme and I don't have the undo, well, come up here on the Design tab, go to the Themes group, and we already have the theme applied to one of the slides. So the name of the theme that's currently being applied, well, depending upon what slide you have selected, I can't undo this theme here without selecting another slide to come up here in the Themes group to find out which one's highlighted, or the theme that's highlighted is one that's being applied to that slide. And it's this one right here called Metro. So if I select slide 4, of course it's going to update to this theme, which is Apex. But that's not the one that I want to apply. I want to apply the one that's being used by the other 3 slides. So click on that, and we're back to where we started.